Overconsumption. Overconsumption is the mother of all environmental problems. Why? Overconsumption is the problem surrounding the separations of wants and needs. The population tends to buy more than what they need to keep them stable. Overbuying clothes they won't wear in a month, or buying products that won't benefit them simply because they want it on a spur of the moment, which can lead to environmental impacts, economical impacts. We are going to talk about these impacts and explain overconsumption. First and foremost, it's our economical model. Laura Fox says, environmental lawyer and research scholar at Yale Law, tells Senate capitalism promotes constant growth and reward consumerism, and the mindset leads to overconsumption and people buying more than what they need.
Okay, so the main issue is, how does overconsumption even happen? The problem is that people have trouble differentiating their wants and their needs. Wants are when it's like they don't need it in order to survive, such as like expensive fancy clothing and like like makeup. And needs are more needs of survival, such as food, shelter, transportation. All these things are vital for getting around and living. But since people confuse these, they claim that they need things they don't need, such as the content that they're consuming, which is telling them to go buy things they don't need. Um, a very popular example is from the Labubu craze of 2024 and 2025. Labubus were have been around for years. They recently became popular due to many influencers promoting and saying like go buy these. And it was a major influx of overconsumption of an item people did not need. And another very popular example are Stanley Cups. A singular household can like probably more than one of a reusable bottle. I repeat, a reusable bottle, more than one, and in many colors. These um, trends will always have a major social influence on what people buy in their day-to-day lives. And in the CBC News article in 2025, they talk about how the Labubu trends and why might not want to do it. And according to Jing Wan, every trend has its shelf life. The main economic factor that is being affected by overconsumption is the supply demand chart. It is being affected because people tend to just want to buy what they're influenced to be buying. Another Labubu example being how the original price of a Labubu before they were in like major demand was like $20 to $30. Now, after the giant craze, they are estimated to be in the near hundreds and even thousands if you find that crazy of an example. Um, they're because they're all they were all purchased to the point of being sold out in numerous stores. And these sorts of purchases are just wants, which are known as a more unlimited desire that you might want in the future. With resources being limited, the supply of goods depend on it. So it is unrealistic to think that the world can be at time to not worry. What the fuck?
Environmental impacts. This discussion's due to prevent topics that affect our world daily. Overconsumption is directly hurting the earth, so in turn, it affects our survival in the future as pollution worsens. Scarcity is the limit of natural resources. What happens to the earth because of the landfills and pollution? The environmental impacts are the landfills and pollution. A lot of fast fashion goes into landfills because they are given away, but because of the poor quality of goods, just like the name of fast fashion, it is made to keep up with a short-lasting trend because scarcity is a real thing and we will run out of natural resources at this rate due to massive overproduction and overconsumption of goods that ends up in the landfill. The earth has polluted oceans, land, and which ruins the air quality for greenhouse gases and contaminates our soil. This also directly harms the way of life for animals due to destruction of habitats. This is an issue that needs more attention because of the economic standpoint of it. In a world of importation and exportation, for the reason that Canada has an open market where we are able to get many things, should we, is the question.
This topic has been building more and more over the years, and not many people seem to realize each unneeded purchase they make directly affects the earth we stand upon. I personally believe it's important to educate people on this topic while we still can.
While humans are the reason for landfills and polluting ocean waters, it is also our job to fix what we've done by recycling or spending towards useless items that we do not help our daily lives. We directly decrease the rate of landfill growth, which inherently allows the earth to get better. Though humans need to spend to survive groceries, clothing, we can also spend on small wants, but knowing when enough is enough and not buying more than necessary. How can we help? Overconsumption is a tricky issue to compilation because of it because on a basic level we all need to consume to survive. It also not fair to solely blame individuals for this problem, as modern society is structured in a way that encourages overconsumption, but the wide-reaching environmental and global health consequences on our current practices make it abundantly clear that we are consuming a lot more than we need to. Unless we make a change, overconsumption will destroy our ecosystems and possibly humanity's ability to survive within them. Senate Media 2025.